Hello everyone, and welcome to Legends of Laia. This is editor/player Andrew here. We were having such a blast with the date night episode that we ended up going significantly longer than we normally do, and decided to split the one session into 2 episodes. So with that said, we'll go ahead and hop straight back into date night, picking up right where episode 93 left off. Enjoy the episode.
Have a great time at the museum.
You too! And Ollie walks away.
Thanks. I work here. So, Petros and Mateus, as you enter the center part of the museum, this part seems to be a retelling using various artifacts of kind of a timeline of the history of marine exploration of Laia as a whole. So there are the earliest artifact that you can tell is from around 5,000 years before the calamity. So 5,300 years ago. And it's encased in glass, and there's information about how it's being kept. It seems to be a remnant of an undersea society. Research suggests that it was actually the elves who had the first societies in Laia, underwater before there was actually land-based settlements. So this seems to be a little pottery fragment. And not much is visible on it because it's so old. And this seems to be the condition that it was found in. But it does look to be a shard of pottery. And it was once painted, it had color to it, but that color has long since faded. And as time goes on, kind of in the exhibit, you get more land-based things, pieces of art, pieces of weaponry, little pieces of buildings that have been found. And all of these things kind of grow up in size and quality and how detailed they are until about 300 years ago. And at this point, the exhibit has a big break in it. Everything stops. There doesn't seem to be any other artifacts from about that 20-year time period between 300 and 280 years ago. And in the exhibit, it details that this coincides with the time of the cataclysm.
I was going to say, why? What happened?
The cataclysm.
Oh my god, really?
What's
crazy.
That?
Oh my god.
That's kind of the end of that first, ancient history exhibit, which then leads into a part that details the cataclysm itself and its result on seafarers, and particularly sea elves and the Elven Isles, as well as the port cities like Montania and Port Nosoto, which were nearly wiped off the map by the tsunamis that resulted. So it has kind of maps that show before and after. So the before maps have detailed, there's extra islands that you've never seen on other maps before, which are now no longer present in maps drawn in the present day. So this, at the point of the calamity, there's just, entire, communities that were just wiped out by the cataclysm. It's also at this point that the works seem to get, the works of art seem to get considerably darker. There's much more of a prevalence of monsters and fighting. Warfare. You notice that when you see models, now these ships are armed where they never were before. Heavy armory. now, and you saw this on the Anne Marie, like heavy cannons and things like that. Things meant to deal with big aquatic monsters that definitely were not there prior to the calamity. So there's also, like, you can see at the end, there's, like, signs, and there one goes to, like, a cafe, and one goes to an aquarium, and then there's, like, one that leads outdoors, and the outdoor one leads to, like, a little quote-unquote shipyard of model ships that have been built. And so they're, like, there's, like, a little note in common that says these are reconstructions, but it also says, like, please do not climb on the artwork. Sorry,
I hate this fucking place.
Can I make a request that in the art and the monsters and stuff after the cataclysm, that one of them is a Gyarados that Ollie had dressed up as?
Yes, there are Gyarados that have, like, tormented the sea elves. Yeah, specifically they were like, fuck you in particular.
This brings some context to some things I've seen recently, actually. So I'm learning a lot today. I'm surprised this place has an aquarium. That's a twist I was not prepared for. Okay, cool.
It's a maritime museum. You know what they got underwater these days?
Oh fuck, they got fish?
They got fish, though.
Crazy.
Octopus?
They got one octopus.
Oh. Others didn't survive.
So sad.
No!
Noah's Ark situation. Okay, great. Does Mateus seem like he has a particular area he's leaning towards? Because Petros wants to go see those fucking ships. But I'm open to other ideas. I feel like cafe is like a place you end. Like you get a snack.
Like that's
on
like
the
the gift
out.
shot area. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Which, like, Petros is getting a mug, but maybe a sweater. We'll see.
Gets a hoodie. It's like, I went to the El Norte Museum and all I got was this stupid
hoodie. No, it's one of those, like, on, like, every Oregon coastal town, they've got that very particular, like, welcome to Manzanita or whatever logo, but it's Montana.
It's like
Montana.
it's definitely like the pink and blue, like, you know, that specific like pink, blue, green color scheme of like every Oregon coast piece of merchandise.
Yes, that is exactly what I'm going to be scoping for.
Okay, but is it a hoodie or is it a sweater? Like,
it's a
hoodie. Okay, yeah. Then it's the more
zip up or
no, I think it's a pullover.
all right.
I'm sorry if that's disappointing.
Hey folks, shout out to the Oregon coastal town of Manzanita.
That's the last one I went
This
to.
show
so
brought
it's
to
on
you
my
by
mind. Manzanita, Oregon. Very nice town. Anyway, last time I went there, I got a mug, which is why I'm thinking about it.
Oh yeah, you could get like the greetings from Montana.
Yeah, I could get
greeting cards.
Mugs.
Send one to your dad.
Postcard.
Yeah. Oh, he'd be stoked about that. Actually, I'll have to. I say like he's my real father. My real human father who lives in the Amethyst Kingdom. I got really excited for a second. This is the overlap of Maddie and Petros, which is Ocean Museum. Okay. Anyway.
So, what do you want to do first? Do you want to like see the aquarium? Do you want to go out and see the ships? I know you're like a ship kind of dude.
I am absolutely a ship kind of dude. If you don't mind, I would love to check out those models, and then, we can go from there.
Sure.
Yes.
So he'll follow you outside. And Ollie, you're like watching them from a distance. Obviously, a lot of these exhibits mean more to you. You know the history of the sea elves and like the Aletheanian Isles and stuff like that. You know, like the history of like how there has been an increase in sea monsters in the area, but like the Isles and everything have kind of been spared from that because of like elven magic protection. However, in El Norte, there is no such protection, so the seas around this area, especially to the north, are far more dangerous.
Yeah.
So you're like, oh yeah, I know that. I know
Yeah,
that.
it's like, oh, I remember learning this. There's like,
You're like, oh man, I took a class on this.
yeah, there's like a art of like the city he grew up in. Shit like that.
Yeah.
Okay. I am gonna
you
head
kinda
towards the
follow.
aquarium. When I see them head towards the ship area, I like fist pump a little bit, and maybe people around are like, "What the fuck is that guy doing?" But
They're kind of looking at like the bearded kind of old guy.
here's
in
the
the
thing:
fake beard and the weird glasses and shit.
a thing I only just now realized about Ollie is that he is proficient in a disguise kit.
Oh no.
So if he wants to actually disguise himself, he could.
But he doesn't.
No, but he feels like he's good enough. But I am going to head towards the aquarium. And my goal in this aquarium is to talk to the fish and to get them all on the same page about doing the cutest shit when Petros and Mateus approach. Like, make hearts and, like, stuff like that. Like, hey, you gotta help me out, octopus.
If we don't go to the aquarium, this is going to be very funny.
Yeah,
I'm
both
not gonna
Mateus and
metagame,
Petros are
but,
like,
like-
"Fuck fish."
Yeah, but that would be very
Ollie's,
funny.
Ollie's like Sebastian with his little piece of coral conductor's wand or whatever, getting ready to conduct Kiss the
There
Girl in
you
the other
see
room,
him.
and Petros and Matthias just walk by it.
We just go direct to the gift shop, yeah.
Ollie's like, okay, they're gonna be in here any moment, folks, here we go! Oh, they're leaving.
Oh, they walk by. False alarm.
Bye. Oh, late. We're late. Nope.
Da-da-da-da-da. No, it's too late!
So I don't know if you want me to make a check to do that or if the fish are just all in agreement.
So the outside, the model shipyard is kind of has the same vibe as the model that you saw in the front, whereas this is kind of like a ship graveyard, like someone just drowned the sea and like left these ship skeletons there. And they're covered in snow, and it very much does look like a ship graveyard.
So less rad, more morbid. Yeah.
It is kind of morbid, but at the
Bummer.
same time, it's like the presentation of this is clearly intentional.
Interesting.
It was put together this way. And
Okay.
as you starting from in and as you get further out, you can see the development of shipbuilding throughout the centuries, like throughout the thousands of years that the people of Laia have been using ships to maneuver the seas. Noticeably because like the seas are so much bigger than just the one land mass of Laia. So like they start out with small like 3-man kind of canoes, and then there's some like more sailboat-esque types. They develop up to the schooners and the passenger ships, and then eventually warships. And you even see they're from different areas of the continent. So there are some that you recognize from Port Nasoto, much more merchant vessels, kind of. Then you have the ornate, wealthy ships of Elsur. And those are very much like Spanish Armada kind of vessels. And then you have also the ones you recognize the most are the sleek, speedy vessels of the Amethyst Kingdom. So these ones, there's like great detail given to each of these. The ones from the Amethyst Kingdom all bear the marks of Melora. And their like sails they're not out. They're tied to the masts, but they like would be, they would have big billowing sails if they were out. You can almost kind of imagine them in the blue waters of the Amethyst, of Port Amethyst. Like there's like a lot of detail given to every single one of these models.
Hell yeah. I point out one of the ships, and I'm like, oh yeah, I used to actually sail on a ship very similar to this one. Obviously, different ship, but a similar style that's a little more popular these days. Though now, and I start talking about like ship styles. I think after a couple minutes, he's like, "Sorry, got a little too excited there." But no, I recognize a lot of these.
And what was that like, sailing on a ship for long periods of time? I mean, I had a hard enough time on it for like a week. I can't imagine.
I mean, I don't know if I loved it. If I hadn't gotten the call of Melora, I'd probably still be doing that. It's I don't know.
How did you know?
It does. So, pardon.
Sorry, I'm curious. Like, how did you said that? You heard her call. How did you know? Like, how did you know that's what you had to do?
It was. Sometimes it's fairly literal. Actually, not necessarily for everybody. I had some buddies who joined up because they didn't really have anything better to do, or because it's what their family wanted them to do, or whatever. But I had dreams, actually. She usually when I was sailing, right, because that's her thing, so it was easier to talk to her there, but I started having dreams about her, and I don't know, I just knew that it was right. Those I hear are a little more uncommon. It's like, I knew like a handful of guys who had something, folk who had something similar, dreams, visions for a couple of people, which I didn't ever have anything that intense, but it just kind of depends. So, that was me. I had visions of a god and decided to join the service. But I think it would have really taken something like that for me to leave sailing. I really did. I feel very at home on the ocean.
So you're probably like really enjoying this museum right now.
Extremely. Yeah, I got very stoked when I heard that there was a maritime museum here. I have not been to anything like this in a very long time.
They have one in Port Amethyst?
They do.
Got a side. They do.
Great. Yeah, they do. It's incredible. I used to go there a lot with my dad when I was younger. Because he's also a sailor. He's retired now, but he was a sailor, so that was something that was we were both really into that, and learning about ship construction and things like that. If you haven't gotten the picture, I was kind of a dork, and by was, I mean am. So...
yeah, but you're like a fun kind of dork.
Thanks. That's the bar is low, but I appreciate that I step over it. So yeah.
We both grew up within the military. We've seen not cool dorks before.
True. Yeah. Yeah. I think I mentioned that some of the Paladins of Melora can party pretty hard, but some of them are real sticks in the mud. They're always so up their ass about their duty, but like you have to do it in a specific way or you're like offending. And I'm like, I think she would probably let me know if I was doing something that pissed her off. Because
I don't know Melora or anything, but I feel like she's like a little more flexible than that, I feel like any goddess of the ocean,
I think
and
it has
to be.
Yes. By her nature, if you'll allow, kind of has to be. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how you do it. I like stepped on a boat and was like, "Oh, this is gonna be a rough week."
Yeah, it really depends. I think you do have to get used to it, I'll say.
I said a prayer to your god, and that was like...
Yeah, I don't know. I picked it up pretty quick. Maybe it's in the blood or something. Who knows? Maybe she was looking out for me even then and was like, "No, it's okay, but you'll do fine out here." It is crazy when you're out there for months, though, because it's like there's no land, it's just ocean. It does kind of drive you crazy, but, you figure it out.
Just the never-ending expanse of water.
Yeah. It can be a little alarming, especially when you don't know what's out there, right? As we saw in the previous section of the museum, but...
So you mentioned your dad. Do you have any other family back home?
Not in the Amethyst Kingdom.
Sister traveling with you, right?
Correct. Yes. From she's my half sister. We share a mother. But no.
He says with disgust.
We're not getting it. This is a first date, please. We're not getting into that right now.
You admit it. You admitted it.
No, that was out of character.
Victory.
Shit. No, but back at home, it's just me and my dad. He was an only child, and my grandparents passed away, I don't know, maybe 5 years ago.
Your dad sounds cool.
Yeah, he's a good man. He did pretty all right by me. He's been very patient.
Are you gonna go back and see him when all this is over?
Yeah. Yes,
I guess over.
absolutely.
I mean, I don't really know what their stand, but
yeah, I don't really know either. But that is kind of the plan. Eventually, is I've been stationed on the edge of it's been so long since we've been there that I've forgotten the name of the thing that splits this nation in twain. Thank you. I've been stationed on the edge of the abyss for a while, so I haven't actually been home for long periods in a really long time. So I think that's kind of after I finish traveling around. I'll just stay home for a few months, not have to really fight stuff for a minute. It gets tiring.
The abyss, huh?
Yeah. Not the most fun place to be stationed, but somebody's got to do it, so.
Yeah, I getcha. So, these boats, are they
these boats.
accurate?
I
don't know much about boats, so.
How come you wanted to not to pry, I guess? What was the interest in the Maritime Museum if you're not like a boat guy? Just kind of curious, or?
I mean, I hadn't really had a lot of experience with them before now. Most of my traveling was done through land, and then I took a boat from Port Nasoto to here, and there was like a lot of jargon and stuff that I didn't understand, and I didn't really learn until like the day before we landed. But I was curious because it seemed like there was like a whole culture around seafaring and everything that I had no idea about, and it made me curious. So I was like, I heard that there's a maritime museum and that there's gonna be this big celebration, and I kind of wanted to know a little bit more about that.
Hell yeah!
I'm learning a lot. Like, this whole thing is blowing my mind.
Good. Yeah. Well, I mean, I am a mental boat encyclopedia, so if you have any questions, I'm happy to try and answer them. Obviously, kind of depending on the seafaring, they starts going off about different, like, seafaring culture differences.
Mateus is just, like, nods and smile. Like, he's definitely the kind of person where he is, like, happy to let the other, like, he's happy just to listen and, like, let the other person go on and about their special interest. He's like, oh, you have a special interest? Please tell me.
Good.
So he's enjoying, like, listening and learning and absorbing all this information from you.
Cool.
Ollie.
Yeah.
In the aquarium.
Yes.
The lights are dimmed. There's, like, a slight blue light that emanates from the bottom of the aquariums, reflecting off of the fish. There's, like, many different kinds of fish. There's the fish that you recognize from the tropical waters of your home. Then there are some, like, dark, kind of strange fish that are from the colder waters that you have never seen before. There's definitely one octopus. There's a few rays. Yes. And there's, like, a really big tank that has, like, a giant fish in it
Ooh.
that is a sturgeon.
Okay.
And
So-
the plaque on this one is in, there's like multiple different languages, as well as like a physical language for the blind. So like if you, like in our world, Braille, if you put your hand over it, and you were blind, you'd be able to read it by touch.
Yeah.
It talks about how this particular fish is like 300 years old. And
Damn.
has been living at the museum since the museum came to be. And the way that they talk about this fish, it kind of seems like the whole museum idea was built around like, oh, we gotta have a sanctuary for this fish that can't live in the wild. And then they were like, oh, we're just gonna collect stuff, and boom, Maritime Museum. But there's like a lot of attention given to this old fish, and like the plaque itself is like written with love. Like, you know how you would write about your favorite.
Yeah, my favorite fish. Yeah.
Yeah. You're a sea elf. You get it.
My favorite crab friend.
Yeah, your favorite crab friend. Your favorite lobster.
Yeah.
Your favorite crab friend. Yeah, you mean your phantom steed?
Okay, my whole goal is to go around to each of the tanks, greet and introduce myself, and then ask for these sea creatures' help with love.
So,
using my
With the
friend of the sea elf feature.
with the exception of the sturgeon and like the octopus, none of the fish understand what the fuck you're talking. Like, love, what is that?
Oh, that's fair.
However, the sturgeon and the octopus, who are old and wise, and octopods are very smart. They get it. And so they are just like, okay, if you want to get these fish's attention, right? You can just like make them move. Like, you can attract them in any way that you want. So if you were like wave a wand or anything and get them to follow it around, they would do whatever you wanted. Like, they would move in whatever way you wanted them to. They're not going to understand you.
I'm gonna cast Mage Hand, and my Mage Hand is invisible. And I just want to like use a finger to like trace across like the top of the water, assuming this is open, I guess.
No, they're like closed. The only ones that are
okay.
open are like the rays. Like, the rays is kind of like theirs is like an open tank, like at the Oregon Coast Aquarium, if you've ever been there.
I have not, but I get it.
What the
But-
fuck?
Can I use like my Mage Hand to like either like move along the glass to make them follow or something like that?
Yeah, they can sense like the vibration, and they think that you're gonna give them food, so they can move around in the direction that you direct them.
Okay, is there a window out into like the courtyard area that Mateus and Petros are at the moment?
No, this aquarium is all self-contained.
Damn it. I need to make sure that they come in here. Are there any attendants around?
Yeah, there's like a tour guide who just finished giving people a tour. It is now like standing, taking notes at the entrance of the aquarium.
Okay, I'm gonna approach him. Hey,
It's-
I'm Ollie.
It's like a human man, kind of in his mid-40s.
Hey, human man, I'm Ollie.
Hello, how can I help you, sir?
Okay, so here's the thing.
He's like tired. It's the end of his shift. He wants to go the fuck home.
No, I get that. Here's the thing. I understand you're almost done, but like, there is my half-orc friend is on a date with this dude, and they're out in like the courtyard at the moment. But and I already talked to like the fish in the aquarium to help me out, or not the fish, but like the octopus and the sturgeon. I already talked to them to help me out, but I gotta make sure my friend and his date go into the aquarium. Is there a way that you can help? Like when they come back in, like, is there like cones we can put up to guide them into the aquarium?
I mean,
Dude, if you can help me do this, I'll pay you too.
now you have his attention.
I don't have a lot, but like I can give you a couple gold pieces.
I can block off the, redirect the gift shop route.
Yeah, there we go, my man. And I put up a high five.
He'll high five you,
Yes.
and then stands there waiting for his gold pieces.
Yeah, I'll give him 2 gold pieces.
Okay, he pockets the gold pieces and goes to, put some cones so that it'll, redirect them through the aquarium to get to the gift shop.
Yes. Cool. I'm gonna go back into the aquarium and try to stand off to the side inconspicuously to not draw attention to myself.
Are you updating, Coria and Hugo and Finley on how this is going?
Oh yeah, I suppose I should. Well, I mean, Finley
they're
seems...
hearing radio silence from you.
Well, I'm also hearing radio silence from them, so... I believe Finley is in jail somewhere at the moment.
No,
so...
Finley just got thrown out. She got thrown out of the museum. To be fair, she could still walk around the outside of the museum. The courtyards and stuff is not...
Gotcha.
She could be there if she wanted.
Yeah, I'll update everyone. Okay, I've got the octopus and the sturgeon as part of our plan. I talked to one of the employees, and they're gonna help us out by making Petros and Mateus go through the aquarium to get to the gift shop. And then I'm gonna make the fish really pay attention to the two of them and make them have a good time. I think I could probably get the octopus to do something more. Coria or Hugo maybe. They're spending a lot of time outside. I think just talking. Maybe you could go out there and just say hey and Hugo, if you could be a little annoying and make them walk away from you.
I'll see if I can tone it down.
It's very funny that we are outside, talking, a thing you do on a date, and you're like, no, this is not the correct way for this date to be happening. Y'all gotta move this shit along.
Keep moving.
That's
Do not bond.
He got Petros talking about ships,
Move
and
on.
that was the end of that. There was no coming back from that.
This man has not gotten a chance to talk about ships the entire time we've been on this adventure.
So
He
the
wants to
instant
talk
someone is
about a boat.
Do you want to talk about boats with me?
Yes.
Tell me about boats.
Bye, Melora. I would love to talk about a boat.
Tell me about this thing you love so much. I want to hear about this thing you love. All right, Hugo, are you going to do that?
What is my mission?
Your mission is to get them to go back inside, where they will find that they cannot get to the gift shop without going through the aquarium.
But I think I know we made jokes about this at the beginning. I think Hugo might be the voice of reason at this point.
I think so too, which is very funny.
I think you're being a coward.
Now, I don't know how to reply to that.
I mean, Hugo is kind of a coward.
All right, Coria, you're up.
Only sometimes. Let's just... Once or twice, it has happened.
It has happened, but then Hugo got some extra hit dice.
That's true. But are those hit dice helping him now when he's trying to help his friend Petros out?
No, this is a social problem.
Okay. Does he have social hit dice?
Hugo, who has just now woken up at the hotel.
Wait, what? Did he go home and take a nap?
I never said he was in the museum.
He was there when we sent Petros off.
Oh, that's true. I presumed we were outside at that point.
Yeah, me too.
Anyway, I don't know. I think this is going okay. I don't think Hugo needs to interfere.
It's like you've never even seen a movie.
Well, you don't know how it's going is the other part. All you know is that we're outside. This is not me trying to say you should cause more trouble, because I don't want that. This is me providing a reading of the situation. Now, if Hugo wants to be like, hey, maybe we should tone it down a little, I won't hate that.
Hugo can't grab Ollie by the lapels, but I bet him grabbing Andrew by the lapels and saying, none of us have seen a movie. They're not real. We've all seen plays. That classic
Yeah, don't
play,
you love that
Ferris
play,
Bueller's
13
Day
going
Off.
on 30?
Wow, we went for different films.
I just did a rom-com episode. It's on my mind.
In the Elven Isles, plays are called movies.
Because
Oh,
people
wow,
are moving
damn.
on stage.
Yeah, 'cause
Yeah,
they're moving
that
on
makes
stage,
sense.
Yeah.
Such a bad bit.
I
So
think
is Hugo
it's
saying
really funny.
no?
I think Hugo is exercising for the first time in his life. Hugo's going to try a new skill. It's called restraint.
Oh my god.
Never heard
My
of it.
guy!
My guy. Well, I mean, okay, would you...
Dude.
Ah.
No, don't take it back! Don't backpedal now!
Hugo has left the call. The telepathic call.
I'm still here. As professional, shit heel of this podcast, I feel it's my responsibility for once maybe to do a thing that's... I think Petros and what's his name seem to be having a good time right now. I don't need to interfere.
Hugo, this is arguably your best friend. Are you going to make his life harder? You make his life harder all the time, but are you going to make his life harder right now?
I think for once, as a birthday present to Johnny,
Johnny.
Hugo is
This is the worst present I've ever gotten.
As an extremely early birthday present to me, whose birthday is in 4 months.
All right, I guess I'm gonna have to do this myself.
Because what's the alternative? What room is Petros and Matthias in right now?
We're
They're
outside.
outside.
We're with the boats.
Right. So,
Also,
unless one of the models were to surreptitiously topple over,
no, but it's
thus
like
requiring the room to be sealed off for maintenance, I can't imagine what Hugo could do here, unless one of the boats were to surreptitiously topple over
Holy
by
shit.
a dude who has incredible stealth.
that would be amazing. But that's not really what I was thinking. Also, part of this is just that I feel like I'm just doing everything, and I was trying to include everybody else. But if you're saying
know, and
no, thank you, then I guess I'll do it.
Love no butt.
I hate to know but your bit, but I was kind of largely being like, I'll let Maddie just do their thing because Maddie seems to be having a fun time. I don't want to interfere with this.
I want to
And
interfere
then,
with this.
I feel self-conscious
Okay, you know
when
what?
it is
You
about
know
me,
what?
so...
Shut up! I have an idea. I have a joke. I promised I would stop doing jokes this episode because Johnny got the best one. But I have a bit now. So I'm retracting my earlier statement and I have a joke.
Wow.
Nick, I probably do actually have to roll for this, stealth-wise.
What are you trying to roll for?
Stealth.
Okay, but why?
I bet you'd like to know that.
As the dungeon master, yeah, kind of.
Okay, feels pretty personal, but I guess I can tell.
I'm sorry, I don't think you have to roll stealth for that unless... Well, maybe if you're trying to be quiet so the rest of the people in the hotel can't hear you. I don't know.
Nobody wants to hear that from Hugo. So... Nick, I would like for Hugo, who has successfully somehow, without going through the front entrance of this museum, successfully gotten into this kind of back courtyard exhibit area. I want him to surreptitiously cut some key rope that is holding a mast up, so that the mast comes crashing down directly next to the side of either Petros or Matthias, thus forcing them closer together, so one cannot catch the other and be like, "Oh my god, you almost got hit by that mast." Well, since we're hugging, we might as well kiss.
If one of us gets hit right now, I am going to fucking lose my mind.
Now, granted, this requires one of them to have the ability to dodge that, because if neither of them dodge that, then one of our characters gets a concussion instead of a kiss.
I mean, that could be cute. That could be something.
Oh, you came to visit me in the hospital. Thank you.
Okay,
Petros,
first, roll...
Petros, do you remember who I am? No.
We're married.
First, roll
I was gonna
to
say,
see
that's
if
a
you can
plot
get
of
into
many
this
rom-coms.
section of the museum without being noticed.
Sorry.
So the answer was yes, you wanted to know what I was up to.
Yes, I'm glad.
This is way
okay,
more
cool.
extreme than what I was thinking, but I love this.
That's a 26 on stealth.
Oh, yeah, you get it, no problem. So, the way, like, into the back is, it's just kind of like, there's a fence, but it's not very high, and you're really good at climbing them, and also there's, like, no surveillance or anything. Because it's just, like, apparently they don't have a lot of problems with trespassing.
Not a lot of B&E at the Maritime Museum, huh?
No, not a lot of that. I mean, because it's mostly just, like, dads.
Boats.
Here.
Dads. Hey, I know I am one, but, like... no need to call me out.
Daddy.
All right, so you get in. You get in, no problem. You're also able to sneak around behind the Amethyst Kingdom vessel that Petros and Mateus are standing in front of. And you... because you didn't enter through the front, you have your daggers and everything. So you
Sure.
commit vandalism on this piece of art.
It's an art piece. It's not a historical artifact.
No, it's an art. These are like models that have been built.
Hugo loves vandalizing historical artifacts. I don't know how he feels about vandalizing art.
Well, it's too late. You already rolled.
Yeah, I know.
You're
don't know,
inside
like,
the courtyard. at the
You
very
don't
least.
actually know, like, just from looking at it from a distance, but, like, once you get up close, you're like, oh, man, this is someone's art exhibition. So you feel a little bit bad about it, but you're lawful evil, so. You're like, I'm doing this for Petros.
It wouldn't be the first prized possession of someone that I've ruined.
Yeah. The law of lawful evil is I'm doing it for Petros, but
That's
only
the
in this
lawful
specific
part.
instance. Yeah.
So,
I mean,
in that
I
case,
don't think
then,
this is lawful, but
stealth or sleight of hand or whatever to cut
Yeah,
the rope without anyone noticing me.
To see if you can get up there to cut down the mast, roll a sleight of hand.
Cool. I already did.
And?
27.
Your actions are just streamlined and perfection.
Yeah.
The masterfulness with which you climb up onto this art piece, this exhibition, and cut down the, like, cloth part of the mast is mwah, chef's kiss. Any other vandal would just... A boy vandal, maybe. Any vandal would be in awe of your work. You cut it down, and it starts to fall. So I'm gonna have Petros and Mateus make dex saves.
Yeah, you are. I rolled a natural 20, you motherfucker. And it's a 24 total.
I rolled a 4.
Oh my god.
That's a total of 11, baby.
Wow, he has a good deck save.
He has a +7.
He has a good deck save. I think he gets a bonus too, because he's standing within 5 feet of me.
yeah,
I
you
get?
each get bonuses from each other.
He gets a
actually.
+3.
So 11, 12, 14. Woo!
Yeah.
So, you both are, like, really engaged in the conversation that you're having with each other. And Petros, you're in, like, the midst of telling him about, like, seafaring culture and what it's like being out on the open ocean and, like, your favorite moments of, like, the sea air and how, like, what it feels like to be out there. But you notice there's like a shadow across, kind of like forming across, like that's kind of like starting to fall across Mateus's face, and you realize that the mast on the vessel that you were just looking at is starting to fall. And Mateus has not noticed because he is engrossed in what you are saying. He's learning. He's like taking mental notes because he doesn't have a notebook or anything, but he's like trying to learn as much as possible, and so he can't see this. But you do. You see that the mast is falling.
Okay. Is this a Petros what do you do situation?
Yeah,
because I feel like the door has been opened for me, and unfortunately, due to the fact that I'm not trying to metagame, I must walk through it. Is it just falling straight, like, between us, essentially, or falling, like... Is it more advantageous for me to push or pull him, is what I'm trying to figure out.
I feel like if you did it... sorry, this, like, totally sounds wrong. If you did it hard enough, it wouldn't matter which way you went.
You know, that's what they all say.
Yeah.
I will, I don't want to shove him, because I don't want him to... I'll pull him... I'll pull him towards
Pull him
me.
into your big, strong arms,
I'll pull
Petros.
him towards me.
Don't sound so disappointed about it.
No, it's just... The roles have set this up that this is the only logical course of action. I'm just mad that I've been backed into a corner like this. That I've really been... I've been clueless. Because this is the plot of Clueless, if you haven't seen it, just if people were wondering. Yeah, so I'll pull him towards me out of the way.
You pull him towards you, and he's a little surprised. He, like, wasn't expecting it, obviously, and is, like, there's, like, confusion on his face that then turns into realization as he feels like this whoosh of air as the mast comes down directly where he had been standing.
Sorry, I know I should have given you a heads up, but it
Holy
was
shit.
moving quickly. Are you okay?
Yes. What the fuck?
Yeah, I don't fucking know either. Oh god, you rolled so good that there's no way I see you. Maybe we should go inside if shit's gonna just start falling.
At least report it to someone. I mean,
Yeah, for sure.
What the fuck?
Yeah, they're gonna want to know that part of their art installation is breaking.
I mean, I know snow's heavy, but...
Yeah, I did think... I feel like they probably would have accounted for something like that, right? Like, this is a place where it snows, like you would build... Anyway, glad you're okay.
Yeah, thanks for seeing that. I am not usually that stupid.
No problem, man. It happens. Happens to the best of us.
He will, like...
We go inside.
He, like, clears his throat and, like, quickly turns away. Like, he's, like...
Okay.
There's a little bit of red in his cheeks because he's, like, embarrassed about what just happened.
Yeah. I mean, it's really not a big... Okay,
No, I'm
all
just
right.
gonna... We're gonna go... Come on, let's go tell...
Okay.
Tell somebody.
Apparently, I'm now playing Petros as dense. It's a fun new
like
twist
Petros,
for me.
what you didn't see that there was, like, he was blushing and...
That's what I mean, like, sometimes we all fuck up. I fuck up all the time. Whatever. Okay.
So you do go inside.
Go inside. Yeah.
Yeah, as you walk into the main part of the museum to see the new setup of the inside of the museum and report what just happened to someone, that is where we will end this episode.
The show you've just been listening to was The Legends of Laia, brought to you by Infinity Brick, where we're telling stories our own way. This show is dungeon mastered by Nick Boylan, edited by Andrew Akel, and produced by Ben Hamlin. It features the voices of Andrew Akel, Ben Hamlin, Manny Trumbo Gomes, and Johnny Ronaldo. Our music is by Johnny Ronaldo, and our logo is by Andy Wilson. You can check out all of our other shows at infinitybreak.net and support us on Patreon at patreon.com/infinitybreak, where there's plenty of Legends of Laia bonus content, including chatter from recordings and insight on the story and world. You can also follow us at our Twitter account at Legends of Laia. Thank you very much for listening. We'll see you next week.